Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is War, and today I've got you this really cool 4x4 airlock door. And as you can see, it looks pretty much like an airlock. And if you look by this redstone, it may look very complicated, but if you look, it's actually pretty compact, and it's simple. Now you may look at this and say, how is this simple? Well, if you actually look at it, there's a bunch of patterns with this. Like these two double piston extenders. It's basically just repeating what you do on each side. So simple things like these double piston extenders we got. They're very simple to make. There's also just a normal redstone line going around like this. So none of this is something a beginner couldn't do. There's a little bit of a complicated part up here, but as long as you follow along with the tutorial, you should be fine. And it closes pretty fast too. So I know a lot of you want this door, and you guys have voted for it. So without further ado, we can jump right into the tutorial. But first, we gotta go through the materials. And yes, I know there's a lot, but we still have to go through them for people in survival. So the first thing you're gonna need is a bunch of solid blocks. Does not matter what type of block, just needs to be solid for placing redstone on. You're also going to need sticks, glazed terracotta, does not matter the color, or you can use obsidian. So either of those, basically anything that just doesn't move with slime blocks or honey blocks. That's what you're going to need. You're also going to need 6 glass, 20 of your door blocks. Mine are going to be 20 blocks of iron, but whatever your door block is, just make sure that they are movable by pistons and slime blocks and honey blocks. You're also going to need 2 slime blocks, 2 honey blocks, 2 blocks of redstone, 2 observers, 20 sticky pistons, 10 repeaters, 50 redstone dust, 1 redstone torch, and 1 lever. And if you need to, just pause to see all this stuff. Once you have all your materials, you're going to come to where you want your door. So mine's going to be right here. And you're going to go 1 and then 2 blocks down and place in a row of 4 sticky pistons, like so. Then you're going to place in 1, 2, 3, 4 iron blocks or whatever your door block is. Then you're going to place in 2 sticky pistons on the side like this, fill in the wall. And then you're going to repeat it on this side. So 1, 2, and then fill in this wall. Then you're just going to place in 1, 2, 3, 4 sticky pistons like so. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you just have to fill in these corners right here and the corners down here. Then we can start on the redstone here because this part's the simplest with redstone. And it's easier to reach if we start before we do everything else. So what you're going to need to do is place in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 and 1 redstone dust like so. Then place a block on top of this sticky piston here and 1 on here. Then place redstone dust here with glass here, glass here, glass here, then a block here, and then a block here. So it should be 3 blocks of glass coming down like so, zigzagging, and then you can place redstone dust on top like so. Then just fill in the lines of redstone all the way around like so. Then basically we're just going to do the opposite of what we did over there and zigzag our way up like this. Glass, glass, glass. So 2 solid blocks, then 3 glass. Then you're going to place in redstone dust here, 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 and here. And then redstone dust on top of where the sticky piston is. And you can test it out. This section should be all done. So this is the outer side. As I said, the easiest part of the redstone. Now we can build out the rest of this door by first removing the lever. Then once you've removed your lever, you're going to want to make sure that you reorganize your inventory to this. You will not need any redstone stuff besides the sticky piston and the block of redstone for now. So I suggest moving it out of your inventory so you can have more organized inventory. You will also need your slime block, your honey block, and your glazed terracotta, or obsidian if you use that. So just keep that in mind. You may want to reorganize your inventory like this. So whatever your door block is, the blocks you place a redstone on, glazed terracotta, slime blocks and honey blocks, sticky pistons, and then blocks of redstone. That's what you're going to need. Then once you have that, you're going to want to place in a row of your door blocks, or whatever your block is, like so. Just make sure that these are whatever you want your center of your door to be. So these two here and these two here, the two middle ones, so in the middle here, are going to come out from here to here, like so. So these are going to be the ones, these two are going to be these two blocks, and then this half is going to be these two. Just keep that in mind. Then, once you have that set, you're going to want to go to this top block of your door. Not this one, this one. And you're going to want to go 1, 2, and this should be glass, and place a block off that just temporarily. Then you're going to want to place 1, 2 sticky pistons there. Remove this block. Then you're going to want to come to the opposite side, place a block here off this glass, and then place in 1, 2 sticky pistons there. Then remove this block. And these two should be on the top of where your door blocks are. Then you're going to place in 1, 2 slime blocks or honey blocks, doesn't matter which side you place them on. But you can also place the opposite one that you didn't place over there. So mine's honey blocks and slime blocks, but it doesn't matter which way you put them. Then you're going to place in your glazed terracotta right here. Do not place one here, but place one here. Place one here, place one here, and then place one below and below here. Then you're going to place a sticky piston right here and right here, and make sure it's the top slime block and the top honey block. Then you can fill in the rest, like so. Just make sure that none of these blocks are touching this, except for the door blocks you want moved. So fill in the bottom here. And you can use basically any block down here or up there. Just make sure that you remove these two blocks. Then you're going to want to place 2 blocks here. And then 1, 2 sticky pistons there. You do have to make sure these two are solid blocks. Then you're going to want to place in 2 blocks of redstone right there. And now that you have all this done, we can get to the redstone for this section. And just a heads up, some of the things we do in this section may seem out of the way or just weird to do, but the reason for it is the timing, and also to make it simpler than it would otherwise have to be. So just keep that in mind. The only reason we do some things funky is because of the timing. But with that out of the way, the first thing we're going to have to do is place a repeater right here at 1 tick with redstone dust coming around like so on these 2 blocks as well. Then we're going to place a 3 tick repeater coming out of this redstone dust and block. Then we're going to place a block above this block, then remove this block right here. And then we're going to do the same on this side by placing a block here and then removing this temporary block. Then place in a 3 tick repeater right here, just like you did over there, facing into this block. Then what you're going to have to do is place an observer facing upward, like so, and then a block behind that. Then you can place redstone dust here, a 3 tick repeater here, and then redstone dust here. Then you can come to this side and do the same thing, where you place an observer right here facing upward on top of this middle sticky piston, and then place a block on top of this last sticky piston, then a 3 tick repeater right here with redstone dust in there and redstone dust here. And that part should work for you. And all we have to do is hook up the rest of the timing circuits. And then once you have all that, you're going to come to this side where you have this gap between this redstone and this redstone. And then you're going to place 4 blocks starting next to this sticky piston and ending right here. So like here. And then you're also going to place 1, 2, 3 blocks like so. and then you're going to place a 1-tick repeater facing into this redstone dust here. And basically right above where this repeater is. Then you're going to place in blocks just like so out of this repeater. Then place in redstone dust here. And then a block here. And then 2 blocks like so. Then you're going to place a redstone torch right there with redstone dust coming out like so. And if you want to check, this should be fully powered. Then you're going to place in 1, 2, 3 repeaters. Set this one at 4, this one at 4, and then this one at 3 ticks. Then you're going to place a block right next to this redstone dust here. You're going to place a block there, and then you're going to place a block next to this repeater right there with redstone dust coming out the side. Then you're going to come back over to this side, so this side of these repeaters, and then place in the redstone dust like so. Then you're going to have to make sure that you come back over here and place in a block right above where this redstone dust is, so these two don't connect, because if you don't, you will get a redstone loop, which cannot unpower, and you don't want that. So just make sure you have a block there. Then you can test it out with a lever. You'll see that it fully retracts. And if it didn't work, that just means you probably missed something, because it is a pretty complicated build. And if you mess up one tiny thing in this thing, it will not work. So just make sure you can test it, see that it works, and then you can flick it again, and you'll see that it fully closes. So the only thing we have left is to hook up the lever and the activation segment, which is pretty easy, because all we have to do is bring the redstone dust from there to this redstone torch. And we're going to start by first removing this lever. Then we're going to place a lever here, like so. Then you're going to go to the opposite side of where you have your lever. Mine is right here. So this block, you're going to go 1 block down. Place a block, then place redstone dust. Make sure that it's the right block. It is. So you can flick it off for now. Then once you've found where your lever is, you're going to place in blocks, staircasing your way all the way up, and line yourself up with this sticky piston. So you're going to want to go 1 block higher. So you should be at least 2 blocks higher than where you started the redstone. Then you can staircase your way up, like so. Then place redstone dust coming here, a repeater right there, and redstone dust right here. Then you can come here, and voila, you've got yourself a working 4x4 airlock door. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys like this tutorial, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. It helps out the channel a lot, and it lets me know that you guys like more videos like this. And you guys know, normally you guys know I do have a like goal, and that's no different here. And for this video's like goal, I've got you a 3x4 version of this. And it's a bit simpler, as you don't need the slime blocks. And I think it looks cooler. So, if you guys want a tutorial on this door, then please consider giving this a like. If we reach 40 likes, I will make a tutorial on how to make this door. But with that out of the way, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and have a great day. Bye.